Good afternoon. I think it's just about 4 o'clock. Started having a little issues and I just realized I don't have my mouse for my computer. I left it in the other room. So we're gonna have to see how this is going without it. Let's see. Let me see if I can find myself on my page. Not yet. Refresh. It has been a busy day. I've had, let's see, I don't know what I've had. I've done shopping, I've done took my husband, picked him up from get his car repaired. Well, we had to drop it off. And it's just been, let's see. Does that work? Oh, perfect. So it's been busy. It's 4 o'clock on the dot. And it is Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. And you can see my friend Tammy Savello from Cards by TLC every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific time on her Facebook page, which is Cards by TLC. And then again, I come to you on Tuesday afternoons at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Hello, Tammy. At Stampin' with Jen, you found me, then you know where to find me if you found this. So today, again, Teach It with Tuesday, and Tammy and I decided that today we were going to do what we call simple stamping, or SIP, which means just stamps, ink, and paper. And, you know, that is awesome. It's sometimes we have to remind ourselves what it's like to go back and do just stamps, ink, and paper, because we get so caught up in all the wonderful embellishments and dies and ribbons and all the fun things that Stampin' Up! Gives us to go in addition to the stamps, the ink, and the paper. But today we're going to be doing just stamps, ink, and paper, and I'm going to be doing this card. Now, if you were on my Fun Friday last week and you did our mystery stamping, you will notice that this stamp set looks very familiar. I just received the stamp set and I can't tell you how much I love it. It's called Happiest Day. And the funny thing is when I was looking through the catalog, it looked like, I was like, oh, that's cute. Let me see if I can get this so it's not quite so, oh, there we go. There's not as much of a glare. But I was like, yeah, it's cute. And then I saw some samples being done on a group page, and I'm like, oh, that's really cute. And then I had enough from the last order that I placed, that I had enough that I could get this as a bonus. So I got this one for free, and it was a fun, and I haven't been able to put it down. I love playing with this one. It's so much fun. So we're going to do this one today, and my color scheme is similar to what Tammy's did today, except for mine's a little bit different. It's more of the green blues, although she used Misty Moonlight today along with Coastal Cabana, and I absolutely loved it. Let me see if I can get rid of this. Let me see if I can I'm going to turn off this light and see if I can get rid of the glare. Nope, that didn't get rid of it. Oh, yes it did. So we're going to go with this. I don't know how else. Let's turn on that light, see if that helps a little bit. I think it's a little more light. I'm going to turn off my dining room light. Sometimes it's... There we go. Let's see if this other light works better now. Sometimes it's trying to play... let's see. Oh, there we go. Just so it's not on the stamp pad and then you can see it. Sorry about that, folks. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, I'm going with Pool Party, Coastal Cabana, and Fresh Freesia. I don't know. This has been a color that I've been drawn to the last week or so, and so I thought I'd play with it again. Tracy, welcome. How are you? Do you still have your camp mates with you, or have your camp mates gone home? So let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and start. And for this card, good afternoon, Joan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Washington, I hope your weather is really nice up there. We're starting to hit another heat wave here, and I'm like, ugh, I'm ready for fall to come. But for us fall, we don't get much of a fall. I think it hits probably mid-October. And then we hit winter not long after that. So today, we're doing just stamps, ink, and paper for our Teach It Tuesday. And so today I'm using a white, but I'm not using our basic white. I'm using our thick basic white cardstock. It holds up a little bit more. You have one until August 22nd. One. No, the one went home today. Oh, I bet you they're going to miss it with their campmates. So we're going to use this, and we're going to create our butterflies, and we're going to use our Mento ink, Mento black ink for this. And I have learned that it's good to keep the black ink very juicy, because then you're not, you get really cool, crisp images. So we're going to go ahead and put here first dragonfly. And we're going to do our second dragonfly up here. Now, the reason I do my dragonfly before I do, what you'll see is the background has these little sparkle stars. I'm going to do those last. That way I can get everything on here the way I want, all the colors, the sentiment, and everything, and then I can work in my background around it. So, oh, Joan, 70s and 80s. Oh, I would love to have the 70s and 80s right about now. Let's see, I think that's it for black. It is. I don't need my Mento anymore. Now we're going to color. Now this stamp set is a two-step stamp set, which means that you do step one, which was our dragonflies. Now you could leave it like this, and you could use your Stampin' Write markers, you can use your watercolor pencils, you can use any of those things to color in and decorate the dragonflies. But what I've used is I've used the two wings. They have the larger wings and they have the smaller wings. And I'm going to do the smaller wings in Fresh Freesia, which has become a new favorite color of mine. Oh, you've dropped to 105. Nice. What was that? I don't even want to ask what the high was because I'd be losing it at 105, Tracy. So we're going to go ahead, and the nice thing with the photopolymer on the two-step stamps is you can line it up. Now I'm going to try and not get my head in the way, so this might be a little off. But we're going to push down. Oh, got it right in. Perfect. All right. We're going to do the bottom one over here. And you can see how it lines up. I love the photopolymer stamps. I used to do two-step stamping when we were on wood blocks, and that was always so difficult because you still couldn't see in very well. Trying to break out the winter coat. Yeah, it's 105. It's winter coat time. All right, we're going to use Pool Party for the bigger wings. I'm going to do that, and I believe, let me see. No, I think I turned this upside down. There we go. There we go. But you know, what most people, I don't know if, well, no, some of you guys don't know. Our school systems just started their first day of school today. We start early. And so the poor kids, it's been I think it's low 90s right now, but their first day of school, luckily it was a half day for most of them. But yeah, the first day of school around here today for everybody. Now I'm going to do my sentiment. It says, wishing you the happiest birthday. I'm going to do that in Coastal Cabana. And I've already seasoned this stamp. And when I seasoned it, what I did is I stamped it. The photopolymer you want to season. And what I did is I stamped it on the, I stamped it on Versamark first. And then I stamp it on my ink before I even stamp it. I don't even stamp it. I don't even clean off the Versamark. I just stamp. Over 40 consecutive days of over 105. It was 110, 118 range for a while. I'm with Tammy. Yuck. No, thank you. I wouldn't even want to visit that right now. That would be too much for me. No. Your schools are over. You're not far from me, Tammy, but you're, yeah. You know what? Here's the nice thing. I did teach, well, I've substituted or taught in the school districts around here for, oh gosh, my daughter's 21, and I started when she was, okay, now we're going to do our background because I've got our sentiment and I've got our butterflies as I'm sitting here trying to remember. My daughter's 21. You know what? We're going to start with fresh freesia. And what I did for these is I stamped off. So I'm going to stamp it, on the ink it up, and then I'm going to stamp it once and then stamp. But then I'm going to just do random all over the card. I'm trying to think. My daughter's 21 now, and I started substitute teaching when she was, I want to say she was 4. So it's been quite a few years. And I, for 4 years, I do have my teaching credential. For 4 years, I actually taught full-time in the school districts. And the beauty about our school's calendar, I loved it, especially when the kids were little. Put that away. Now I'm going to clean this off so I can do my pool party. What I loved about the school district's schedule out here is we would start the end of July, but come, what was it? The end of September, beginning of October, we'd get a 2-week break. And that meant a lot of families, we always see other families in places like Disneyland and stuff like that because it was not very crowded there at the time. So people were always doing their trips to highly popular places like Disneyland during the fall break, or sometimes we'd go during spring break. Sometimes I don't get it totally stamped off. You get a little smidge of a dark. But I loved it because the kids, we would have fall break, and then we would have winter break, and then we'd have spring break in March. And it was great because the kids would get antsy enough in the classrooms that at about the time that we'd need break, we'd get a 2-week break, and everybody would come back refreshed, rejuvenated, ready to do more learning. And as a parent, what I loved about it was that we'd only have 7 weeks for summer, which means you weren't always searching for things to keep the kids busy, and you could do vacation Bible schools, you could do vacations, you could do swim lessons, but they weren't running out of things to do, and you weren't running out of things to find them to do too. And then we were ready for school. So it worked out. It was a blessing for everybody. But anyway, let me show you. That is our simple stamping card. Oh my goodness, I just looked at the clock and I was chatting the entire time, and this was the most simplest of cards, and yet it's so cool. Now, if you wanted to go a step above the simple card, you know what you could do, and I guess, Tammy, tell me, would this count as ink? It's a specialty ink. But I would almost say if you wanted to add a little bit of Wink Estella, you could add it to the wings. And I'm going to do that and see how that looks. Because what that does is it gives it just a little bit of glitter, a little bit of shine. And I don't know if I mentioned it before when I was talking about simple stamping. Yes, it would count as ink. Oh, good. Well, then I just kept it within the stamping of stamps, ink, and paper, and we added a little step up by adding a little bit of glitter to, and you can see how it shines on the wings. I love it. But anyway, real quickly, just to share with you guys, one of the beautiful things about the stamp, ink, and paper is if you're new to stamping and you don't have all the tools, or if you're like I was for a long time on a tight budget, you didn't have all the you didn't have the money for all the fancy tools right away, you could come up with some beautiful cards just using the stamp, the ink, and the paper. And if you're traveling, like I hope to be doing when my husband retires, and we hope to be traveling a little bit more, I would love to continue with my stamping, but I don't know if I'm going to want to take a die cut machine or all sorts of things. All these tools, I wouldn't have room for all my ribbons and all of my different embellishments, but you can still make some great cards while you're on vacation or you're stamping. And actually, you cut a lot of this stuff up. You can create and design the cards ahead of time, throw them in a little box like one of our kit boxes, and then you could be on your way and you'd have the perfect little thing for when you go on vacation. So anyway, I just want to share that with you. This is again our card. Thank you for joining me. Next week, Tammy and I will be doing a color combination. I can't wait to share that color combination with you. I'm sure Tammy can't either because we were so excited when we came up with the color combination yesterday. Fun, bright colors. So join us next week on Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. Again, Tammy can be seen at 11 a.m. Pacific time on her Facebook page. Let me show you this again. Her Facebook page, Cards by TLC, and I will be seen at 4 p.m. on my Facebook page, Stampin' with Jen. And if you missed any of these, you can find them. Both of us will have links tomorrow on our blogs and on our Facebook page so that you can see the video again on our YouTube channels. We both have, what do they call it? Playlists that have all of our videos on it. So you could head over to Tammy's or mine and find all these wonderful videos of all the Teach It Tuesdays we've done so far. So thank you so much for joining. Oh, hi, Patty. And now I'm off to look through our catalog that's coming out to you guys in September because we've got pre-order in a little bit, so I can't wait to pick out some things so I can show you in a couple of weeks. I'll do an unboxing when I get my pre-order in and share with you some of the exciting holiday items coming up. And that unboxing will happen on my Fun Friday. So now you're buying the set. You know what, Patty? It was because of our Love Stamp group that I've seen some samples that I had to buy it too, and now I'm absolutely in love with this. I'm going to be making a whole bunch of cards in different colors for my craft fairs coming up. So yeah, this is a really fun set. So thank you for joining me. And we made Patty buy a set. Yes, we did. Yay! All right, well, you guys have a great day. Have a great evening. And we will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.